Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 29. We're closing up the series, and I'm hoping that you have learned from my teaching style that I tend to teach a very gentle practice. I believe that life is hard enough, and yoga should not be something that makes us hurt or makes us feel less than or makes us feel like we're not good enough because we can't perform a certain posture. And so today will be just a tiny bit different. I do want to target sort of that powerhouse core of ours and really fire up the third chakra, which is that yellow one over there. Okay, so that's my chakra symbols up on the wall. And so our third um, energy center is known as the solar plexus. And this is where we really have a sense of self, like we're stepping into our own. It's our relationship to ourself, it's our drive, it's our will. It's fiery, it's hot. The color is yellow. It's associated with that fire within us. Okay, so when it's too hot, we have a tendency to be very egotistical and very strong-willed to the point where we don't let people aid to us, or we don't let people in to help. Or just my way or the highway, very forceful. Okay, and when it's too low and we're not tapped into that sense of self, we are wishy-washy. We're like, I don't know, I can't make a decision, what do you think? We have no sense of kind of direction within ourselves. So it's nice to work on some of these energy centers and target them throughout our practices. We've done a lot of heart opening stuff. The days that we had that supported fish, we opened up the throat chakra. But today we're going to talk about the third. But I do want to share with you a book that I highly recommend. And if you would like the link to it, I can send it to you. It's in my Amazon shop. But this book is called The Yoga Mind, and it's by Susan Colon, Colon, and it's called The Journey Beyond the Physical. And it's a book I should have written. It's so beautiful. It's so well done. And it really dives into what yoga is to live it. So if you're looking for just more, The Yoga Mind by Susan Cohen, and I can send you a link to that. Okay, so we have today, we have tomorrow, and then a bonus session on the 31st, which will be a pretty long full practice. And then remember, I'm doing my random giveaway for people who have kept track, who have touched in with me, who have said, yes, I'm doing this. And that's it. So let's get started. We're going to start in child's pose. I'm going to boogie on over to my mat. It's early. I'm in my studio. It's still dark outside. I dropped my mom off at the airport at 4 a.m. So I'm ready for work, ready to practice. I practice best in the mornings, which is why we're going to fire up that body. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and find ourselves in child's pose. I'm going to take my knees together today. Normally I have my knees apart, which allows space for my belly to sink in. But today I want to actually touch my abdomen to my thighs because I'm going to start to stoke that inner fire. So go ahead and reach your arms out in front. Drop your forehead. Oh, take a good morning stretch. Maybe creep your fingertips out in front. Lift up the palms. Really get a stretch through the side body. Then walk your hands over to the right. Get a side bend. Back to center, over to the left. And then soften. Okay, and take a long breath in. And a long, beautiful breath out. And then just visualize for a moment as you take time to breathe and connect to yourself and to arrive on your mat, on your practice. This beautiful golden yellow that is embodying your entire body, especially that navel area. This warmth fills up the body. And then ask yourself, what is my relationship to myself? Who am I? What is my purpose? What is my drive? What am I here to do? Am I stepping into that power, or am I shying away from that heat out of fear? Remember, the root, the base of our body is our relationship to our greater, our community, our tribe, where we fit into the world. The second chakra, as we move up into the hips, has to do with our interpersonal relationships, our willingness to bend and to give and to take and to have reciprocity. And then we move into the third energy center, which is our relationship to ourself. The affirmation for this energy center is I am. And I sent that graphic yesterday to those of you in the group. I am. Whatever you're speaking, following those two powerful words is basically what you're inviting into your experience. And so be mindful as you go about your day saying, I am overwhelmed, I'm stressed, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm busy. Because we're just creating more of that. I am powerful. I am healthy. I am strong. I am worthy. I am love. Such a difference in what we speak about ourselves to ourselves. Your hands begin to rise up. We're going to take some cat and cows. So lift the heart, lift the nose, allow the belly to sink heavy. Push against the ground, round your spine, tuck your chin, arch, arch, arch. Kitty cat in the morning. It's early, gonna wake up the body. There's a pranayama that is often offered in a yoga class called Ujjayi breath. And it's basically closed lips, but we have this sort of audible sound, almost are closing off the back of the throat. It kind of sounds like a Darth Vader, or if you're fogging up the mirror, but with the lips closed. So you might come into Ujjayi breath. It heats up the body, so it's always pretty often offered in a vinyasa flow class or a heated class. Come back to neutral. Okay, so to find Ujjayi breath, you breathe in through the nose. And then as you exhale, keep the lips closed, but kind of make that Darth Vader sound, or like you're fogging up the mirror. You can continue on with Ujjayi breath or regular breath. Extend the right leg long. Square the hips to the mat, reach the left arm forward. It's a balance and it's beautiful. Take a breath here. On your exhale, round your spine, elbow to knee. Let them touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Inhale to extend. Take the limbs that are extended and reach them to a diagonal. So the right leg to the right, left arm to the left, hold and breathe. Feel that heat in the belly already. Come back to neutral and return to tabletop and take a cat and cow. We're going to do the other side. Come back to neutral. Left leg extends long, hips square to the mat. Right arm extends long. Take a breath. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Two more. One more. Extend. Then sweep to a diagonal. Feel the body off balance. Feel the core engage. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Take a breath. Return and lower. Cat and cow. Cat and cow. Come back to neutral. And then we're going to tuck our toes. My foot feels okay in the morning because I haven't taken a walk yet. So I'm able to tuck those toes under. Find plank pose. We're going to have some options here, okay? So we're just going to hold and breathe. Maybe fire up that Ujjayi breath. Always an option to drop to the knees if you need to. Two more breaths. One more. Drop your left knee We're going to plant the right foot and come up to a side plank. Okay, so we're going to play with some planks today, playing with a little bit of firing up this space. Leo's here. Now, straighten your left leg and fight side plank. Okay, beautiful. Take your right hand that's in the sky, take a breath. Bring it down, curl it under your body on your exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curve. Inhale, reach. One more. Exhale. Inhale and stay. Take a long breath in. On your exhale, return to plank. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Find downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Heart goes towards the thighs. Tuck your chin. Kind of our resting pose, right? Come back to plank. Drop your right knee. Lower your left and reach your left arm to the sky. Okay, so we're just sort of setting up. You can stay always with the knee down or straighten your right leg. Beautiful. Take a breath in. On your exhale, curl that left arm under the body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl it. You should be feeling obliques. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Let's do one more for fun. Reach. And return to plank. Take a breath. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take our right leg to the sky, bend your knee, and just roll your hip open. All right, here we go. Take a breath. On your exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, extend. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time. Here we go. Right to right. Inhale, extend. Knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale. And return to down dog. Take a breath. Exhale. Left leg lifts. Open the hip. Roll the belly to the left. Extend the left leg. Left to left. Inhale, extend. Knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time. Left to left. Knee to nose. Elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, down dog. Drop your knees. Sit back to hero's pose and roll your wrist. Okay, it's a lot on the wrist, which is why we really want to fire up here. Fire up the upper back so we're not drilling into those wrists, okay? But it does put a lot of pressure on the wrist. So we're going to come to forearm plank. So come on forward, drop your forearms, tuck those pretty toes, and lift, okay? Side plank, elbow down, right arm high. You can always drop those knees, okay? So right hip is high. We're going to pulse the right hip up. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, reach your right arm over, get a big rainbow, return the right arm, and plank on the forearms. Take a breath, roll to the outside of the right foot, left arm high, pulse the hips up. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, rainbow it up, lift that left hip, inhale up, return to forearm plank. Hold and breathe. And we're going to play with some dolphin-ish to plank. Hips go high, walk your feet in just a little bit, and return to forearm plank. Hips go high, forearm plank. 5 more. 4 more. You should be feeling a lot in your shoulders, a lot in your core. 3, 2, last one. Forearm plank and lower all the way down. You're going to come into Sphinx pose, kind of stretch out the abdomen. So walk your elbows forward, shoulder and elbow are in a line, and then look forward. And it's as if you're dragging your belly forward. So you pull back with your elbows and push with your heart. Should be a nice stretch for the abdomen. Different than Cobra, where Cobra, our hands are back by our shoulders. Take a breath and then soften. Drop your chin. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, and find down dog. We're going to walk our feet forward, come into a forward fold, and slowly rise up. Leo came to teach this morning. Okay, I'm going to face you versus keeping my body on the mat because I want to really dive into the hips in this next one, okay? So you're going to be at the top of your mat and you're going to step your right foot back. I'm going to turn this way. So my right foot's in the back, left knee is bent. Just going to pull my shirt up so you can see the hips, okay? Drop into the left leg, push hard into the right foot. The entire right foot is glued to the mat versus a lunge where the heel is high, okay? So we're sinking the entire right foot down, and even so much pushing into the outer edge of the back foot. While we're doing that, our right hip needs to come forward. Get a big stretch for that back leg, okay? So we have a tendency in this one to keep our hips facing at a diagonal, and we really want to pull that right hip forward so that we get the full benefit of the pose. Now, if you have pain in that back knee, just separate your legs a little bit. Hips are square. Okay, so that's a little trick. It's very, very difficult to have your feet, heels, and toes in a line like a balance beam without putting extra torque on that back knee. So, simple solution, take the feet a little wider. Okay, so we're going to sink heavy into that front leg while gluing the back foot down. Arms are going to sweep up unless you have shoulder pain, and this is warrior one. If this hurts your arms in any way, come to heart center or hands down by your side. We're going to sink into that back foot, warrior one. Very powerful pose. That is the pose for this energy center that's saying, hey to the world, here I am. I am bold. I am fiery. I am in connection with who I am. I'm here to do amazing things. Think, tee out your arms. Okay, bring your hands together. That bow and arrow, we've been here before. Pull your right elbow back, left arm to the sky. Hold and breathe. Sink into the legs. Take a big breath in. Pull that bow just a little bit higher to the sky. Exhale. Take a breath and shoot your arrow. Okay, such a powerful thing. Sometimes we come into a very fast action, but it's nice to have that bow and arrow be very deliberate. You're going to pivot on your back heels, high lunge, and step to the top of your mat. Close your eyes and turn your palms forward. Okay, just kind of sink into yourself. We're going to try that on the other side. So the left foot's going to step way back, and immediately you can see my hips want to travel there. I'm going to widen my stance, pull my left hip forward. There they are, facing forward. Sink into the right leg, push the back foot down, circle the arms up. Warrior one. Now, push into that outer edge of the left foot. It has a tendency to be a little bit softer back there, and we want to really engage it all. Hands can be where it's comfortable for you. Heart is forward. Solar plexus is leading the way. Think, Tee your arms. Find your bow and arrow. Sometimes I like to imagine that I'm wishing for peace, for happiness, for all that this world needs. Pull your arrow back. Aim your bow to the sky. Stay loaded in the legs. Take a breath. Draw a line on the sky with your bow. Reach back. Big breath in. And release your wish. Lower your arms. Pivot on that back heel to find the lunge to safely step to the top of your mat. Walk your feet a little bit closer together. So hips are going to be a little bit closer together with the feet. Hands to heart center. Have a seat in that imaginary chair. Okay, so once we're in chair, we're going to tuck the tailbone under, pull the navel in, sink low. If you prefer to have your arms here for chair, reaching, feel free to do that. If it hurts your back, stay with me with hands at heart center or hands down by your side. We're going to pulse into the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, think and rise. Bring your right leg with you. Okay, if you need to hold on to a wall or a chair, feel free to do that. Hands can be at heart center or out. We're going to open the knee, targeting the obliques. We're going to pulse 5, 4. Notice my foot stays flexed. 3, 2. Hold. Come to center. Point the toes now and pulse 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Straighten your leg. Lift your leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and release. Have a seat in the imaginary chair. Pulse down. Look at your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Think. Rise up. Left knee comes with you. See out your arms if you need the balance. Hands at heart center if you don't. Open your left knee. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your knee. Point your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your leg. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and release. Circle your arms to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale. Swan dive forward. Halfway lift and fold. Separate your feet wider than hips. Turn your toes out and come into yogi squat. Okay, elbows press into the knees. You might need to wiggle here a little bit. If you aren't able to get here, you're here with elbows on the knees. Perfectly fine. Okay, so pick what feels good for you. This is a little bit tricky on my foot. The left hand goes down, right hand goes up. Take a breath. Return the right hand. Inhale, left arm goes high. Exhale, return. We're going to walk the hands behind and have a seat. Okay, knees are going to stay high to the sky. I'm going to turn so that you can see the alignment of the spine here. Okay, so we have a lot of options here for boat pose. We've been in boat, I think, once before in this series. First thing is wrap your arms around your thighs. Tuck your chin, maybe rest your forehead on your knees. Get a nice stretch for your upper back. Undo your arms, grab your hamstrings, and lift your heart. So we want a flat spine. We're going to find that balance point on the base of our body. Lean back just a little bit. Here's version 1 of boat. It can be this, and you're still getting core engagement. Okay, you can lift a leg. That's an option. You can lift both legs. That's an option. Try not to sink through the heart like that. So we're going to lift. Okay, so starting option is here. Perfectly fine to stay here. Lift a leg, perfectly fine to stay here. If you'd like a little bit more, take your hands away from the legs, squeeze the legs together, keep lifting your heart, Take a breath and return. Okay, so that's our boat options. We're going to take 5 good Ujjayi breaths, 3 rounds. Okay, so pick your poison, pick your spot, pick what is honoring you, not competing with the world. What is honoring you right now? Who are you? I have a board over on my beautiful wall on that side. I don't think I've ever filmed on that side. It's a yellow board and it just says, I am. Okay, so I am powerful, strong, amazing, beautiful, energetic, loving. Here we go. Feet can stay down, hands can stay on your thighs. Lift your legs, find that Ujjayi breath, fog up the mirror. Lift your heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. 3 more breaths. 2 more. 1 more. And lower the feet. Okay, you can open your knees, get a little stretch for the inner thighs. The powerhouse, right? We're tightening up that core, squeezing the inner thighs. Now, we're going to do 2 more rounds. So you can decide if you want to stay where you were or maybe take the next option. Or if you've taken the highest option, you can work your way back or you can just stay where you're at. Here we go. Find the balance point. Lift the legs if that's your option. Remove the hands. 5 breaths. Squeeze those thighs together. Lift your heart. Lift your heart. 1 more. Feet come down. Open the knees. Take a little butterfly. Okay. 1 more round. Color is yellow. Element is fire. Affirmation is I am. It's our relationship to ourself. It's how we have purpose and drive. Overheated, it can be arrogant and better than attitude. Underdeveloped energy center can be wishy-washy, uncertain, low confidence. We can also have belly aches, slow digestion if it's kind of stagnant. We can have overactive digestion if it's too hot. Okay. I have a whole chakra series that if you're really interested in all of this, it includes yoga practice for each energy center. It's a little ebook, has some essential oils that go with which ones, crystals, stuff like that, all that cool, weird stuff. All right, last one. Here we go. Up. I love energy centers. I love learning about myself. Lift your heart. 5 beautiful breaths. 1 more. And lower your feet. Let the knees open and find butterfly. So for me, part of this discovery of my inner self, the relationship I have with myself, is recognizing that I am not just the things that distract me, like pain or busyness, that there's something greater than that. And when I practice in the morning, my body is more supple and the pain is less evident. So I prefer to practice in the morning, like this time of day, because I can soften my hips a little bit more, my feet work a little bit better, my knees are okay, my back's okay, tuck your chin around your spine. And so part of this process of 30 days was to rediscover the parts of myself that I had maybe walked away from. Beautiful practice of just 15, 20 minutes. The sensations that my body feels on a day-to-day when it's best for me to practice, what I like to practice. And I'm hoping that you have had that same experience of, I really practice better in the afternoon or evening, or I'm a morning girl. And the beauty of this is you can go back time and time again to these 30 days, and revisit them. Close your knees, straighten your left leg. We're going to come into that squeezing of our abdomen. So the left leg is really, really long. Toes are up, sitting on my butt bones. I'm going to wrap my left arm around my right knee like I'm giving it a hug, and I'm going to squeeze it into my belly. Right hand goes behind me. I'm going to get long through my spine. I'm going to spin like an owl over to my right shoulder. It should feel pretty amazing. Take another breath, get longer, spin a little deeper. Return the eyes to the front. Let the right knee float down. Arms are going to go high to the sky. Hinge from the hip crease. Reach for the left toes. Maybe you get there, maybe you get to the ankle or to the knee. Drop your nose towards your knee and then forehead to knee as eyes go to the belly. Couple more breaths. And slowly begin to rise. We're going to take that to the other side. So extend the right leg long, kind of move out the goodness so your butt bone can stick. Right toes up, left knee comes in, tuck it in tight and give it a big giant squeeze. Push it against the abdomen. Wrap your right arm around, kind of tripod your left hand. Take a long breath. Spin to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Big breath. Spin. One more. Spin. And then return the eyes front. Let the left knee float open. Get onto those butt bones. Reach your arms high to the sky. Hinge from the hip crease. Grab your right toes, right ankle, right knee. Aim your nose towards your knee. Take a breath. Then lower your chin, forehead towards the knee. Nothing happens if it touches. Take a breath. And sink. Slowly begin to rise. We're going to come into bridge pose. Not the flowing bridge we've done before where the arms reach over, but the traditional bridge. Roll on down to your back. Bring your heels close to your buns. Touch fingertips to heels. That's where we need to be. Plant your palms. Lift your hips high to the sky. Open up here. Now take your hands, interlace them underneath your body. Roll onto your shoulders. Hips go high. Push into your feet. Stay and breathe. Heart is higher than the head. Beautiful heart opener, opening through the belly, letting our solar plexus fire up for the day. Let it breathe. Close your eyes. Breathe in the color yellow. Empty the breath. Take two more like that. Stoking, breathing life into that third energy center. I am. One more. Start to take the shoulders out, undo the hands, lower the hips, bring the knees to the chest. Couple twists to close the practice. Tee out your arms, drop your knees to the left. Come back to center. Drop your knees to the right. Come back to center. Take a final squeeze, pushing the thighs once again against the belly. Tailbone rises. And then begin to lay your body out long. Place both hands onto your belly. Take a full breath in. Feel the abdomen rise. And on your exhale, watch as it sinks. Imagine inside your belly this beautiful flame, this flame of sense of self, determination, the ability to make a decision and stick with it, the ability to take action, to move forward with a sense of confidence and purpose in your life. Not playing in the shadows, stepping into your own self. And you can stay here breathing fire and air into that beautiful belly center, known as the solar plexus. Take a few moments. You might even breathe in the words I am, two most powerful words. Everything you utter after those words, you're inviting into your life. So today, choose I am strong. I am powerful. I am worthy. I am love. And then as you go about your day, pay close attention to when you see the color yellow or gold. It's a reminder of who you are and all that you are and all that you're here to do, and taking this practice out into the world and doing something good with it. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you day 30 tomorrow. I can't believe it.